Live.
Okay.
A second. I'm going to tell you right away. Bingo. So we are live. I'm just going to copy this, go bring it, put it in my group. Copy. Hello, Facebook.
Sure.
Guess who I'm with right now? I'm just going to go post this in our Facebook group. Is Facebook Cloud Power Team. All right. So we are live. I'm just going to copy this, put it in my group. Hello, Facebook.
Sure.
Guess who I'm with right now? I'm just going to go post this in our Facebook group. Okay.
Okay. Let's do it.
Hi, everybody. Guess who I'm with? Special guest today, Mr. Ronald Aai in person. I wanted to bring him on just for all of us who have been a little bit messaging me left and right there. All systems go, everybody. I wanted to bring Ronald on. For everybody that has been watching me for the last 2-3 months on my Facebook profile, you all know I'm pro cloud. It's all I talk about. It's all I brand myself with. And I'm happy I have, because I've always been only cloud. I've also been every time something happened, any little thing, I've always been the first person to come up and say, listen, it's all okay. It's just part of the growing process. You always have some growing pains, especially when you're talking about something like cloud. By the way, Cloud 2.0, Ronald is pretty much the architect of this whole project. A lot of people behind him. And he's the brain, and he's the idea that came up with this beautiful, wonderful concept that he's giving to us and sharing to the world. So just a little update right now before we get into it. In 24 hours, okay, all the little changes of the conversions will be updated and fixed. So for those of you who are just a little bit panicking, just a little bit there, stop it. It's not worth it. I mean, we've been with Ronald long enough to know that every time there's a little something that happens, he always pulls through, and he's pulling through this time too. What are the changes that are going to happen in 24 hours so they can come out of you?
Yeah, so there'll be 3 major announcements that we'll launch through the app itself. We know now that by me posting up on my Facebook, not everybody will receive it. Luigi reminded me many times of it. So this time we're actually going through the route whereby we are posting it up in the announcement on the app itself. So the first announcement would be that, hey, you can now convert into USDT. So your CTOs, you can get USDT now. There are 2 reasons why we are doing this. It's because, number one, based on the market, right, Ethereum price is actually going higher than normal, and we figured that the users will be losing out if they were to actually get Ethereum. So we actually peg it down to USDT, which is much more stable, and you can actually convert much at a better rate, okay, using USDT. So in lieu to the benefits of all members, instead of getting Ethereum, we're actually letting you convert into USDT. So that's the one change. The second change is on the atomic swap itself. So from CTO atomic swap back into Jarvis, I promised previously was to all 6 different wallets or cryptos, right? But when we launched at the time, it was only with Ethereum. So this time around, the engineers have actually added in the other 5. So now your CTOs, you can actually convert and reinvest back into Jarvis. So it can be either TUSD, USDT, Doge, Ethereum, BTC, BCH, or the rest, right? Or LTC. So you can actually do that now. That's the second one. The third one is actually on the withdrawal convert issues. So what happened was, we have 20 wallets, right? As I said, as I always mention for the withdrawals, and we actually average out the number of assets that each of these 20 wallets have. And because some members would to withdraw more than what the wallet have, so you always have this thing called system is busy or fail or whatever. So basically now we have actually redone the engine, like how I actually posted on my Facebook itself, whereby we have a queue system that actually monitors itself, and we have a manual process for any big withdrawal amounts. So the whole process itself will not have any errors. You won't see system is busy and you keep retrying, right? You will just take your request, send it through to the system and put it into a queue. And the next update after this is we will have a queue number, so you will know how where are you in this queue itself and how long it takes to clear off each transaction before it hits you. So there will be an ETA time calculation based on where you are in the queue itself. So these are the things that is coming out. These are 3 changes that is coming out within 24 hours. We did all these changes already about day and a half ago, but we are waiting for the announcements to be updated because there are Chinese announcements and English smart announcements and the rest of them, right? So we're taking some time to actually do the translation for all of this. So yeah, rest assured, yeah, things are coming out by within 24 hours, and you won't have problems with the withdrawals or the conversions. So yeah, that's happening.
So let me just rephrase that quickly so I can understand it myself and just re-explain it. If I understood well, first of all, like he shared with everybody, he was often giving the information of what was happening to the company on his Facebook. Unfortunately, on his Facebook, unless you're friends with him or you're following him, you're not getting the message directly. So he's finally, I don't know if it's going to be ready now or pretty soon. He's going to have a news feed on the app where you're going to actually get Ronald live on the app, where every time you have something to say, community, everybody will get it. Okay. So this way, when there's something that happens, because listen, it's not the first time that something happens. And every time something happens, what happens is every time they find the solution and everything is okay after, right? Always. So what happens is some of the people that are trying to, are trying to bring us down or just say stupid things. We saw this post the other day of this guy talking bad about us, and he didn't even have his picture on. Get high in a situation when you have a good company, when you start getting attraction, and when you start having attention, it's normal that you're going to have people that are a little bit that just want to bring you down.
Yeah. A bit about that post itself. Actually, we found out that it's not him that actually posted it. It's somebody who posted it there for him, and he wanted to know whether it's real or not. So he actually forwarded that post to somebody else into a group itself. So he's trying to get confirmation whether is that real or fake. But one of the members actually told me that I should do something about this, and I did not actually follow up to actually find the source of our origination, which is bad on my part itself. So I actually apologized to the member itself and posted the official apology in the Facebook itself. I believe that what we have done wrong, we should actually admit that we have done wrong. So it's nothing to do about pride or whatever. It's not. This is a social economy, and we all must actually take responsibility for what is being sent out. And I actually made a mistake, so yeah, we have to correct that. Yeah,
it's all good. I mean, who doesn't make mistakes here, Ronald? The thing is just like learning from our mistakes and just advancing. So refresh one more time. From now on, every time we'll start having a problem in the future because things will happen. I mean, this company is growing very fast, and some people are trying to use this against us. They cannot.
Yes.
We're at a point right now where we're going to phase 2. What is phase 2, everybody? October 5, the launch. I hope please remember this. I want everybody to use this tonight. Remember one thing: in 24 hours, the app is going to be going well, just like before. Okay, everything is back to normal. if I understood right now, instead of converting CTOs to Ethereum, we can convert it to USDT. Perfect.
Yes, correct.
Once it's in USDT, we can switch it to any other coin within the super
Yep.
wallet.
Yep.
That's what I just understood, right? So
Yep.
I can convert my CTOs to USDT. Then I can choose to put it either in Bitcoin, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, whatever I want before taking
Yes.
it. Right?
Yep.
Now,
Yep.
can we also do that in the Jarvis, like switch?
Yes.
Okay. So, hey, this is happening in 24 hours, right?
Yep.
Okay, you understood, everybody? Now, conversions are back to normal. Jarvis 2 is back to normal. I mean, because there was no problem. If anybody wanted to withdraw Jarvis, you just reached out to me and we did it immediately. Everything is back to normal. So everybody, let's just give it 24 hours. Let's give it 24 hours. Leave it alone for 24 hours. Beautiful. October 5. What is October 5, everybody? The launching of our merchant program, right, Ronald? We're not going to get into the detail. Merchant program. Launching of our travel portal. Yes. Yes. Okay. The launching of our credit card. Yes or no?
Yep.
Debit prepaid card. You know the debit prepaid card where we can actually load the card with CTOs and spend that's pretty heavy, everybody. You know what that means? Listen, I want people to stop comparing us to, I don't know, like I'm gonna say it just once for fun, okay? You know, like, I don't know, hey, is this BitConnect 2? Let's stop it, please, right away. Did BitConnect 2 have the app on the App Store? No. Did BitConnect 2 have the MasterCard? No. So let's stop it, please. Let's stop this.
Okay. I have to actually add one more thing there. Most of the projects they're using Visa as their prepaid card, right? Most of it you can see MCO and the rest of it, they're all Visa. And what is the difference between the Visa and the MasterCard? It's the spending limit.
Okay.
Nobody knows that.
Meaning that
we could actually get Visa easily, you know, and just but then your spending limit would be like under 1,000 a day and things like that. Yeah, but you know, we know that we are giving good wealth to our club members, and we enable them to spend up to 10,000.
Hello.
That's 10 times.
Do you understand that, please? Because remember, what did we do so far in cloud? So far in cloud, we were able to grow a big community just with the wallet, right? You understood? It was a wallet where we hold our crypto in the wallet, and they're trading on our behalf, and we're rewarded between 6 to 12% every month. Okay, we understand that. Now, we were able to grow this community because of that. Now, imagine in 2-3 weeks from now, we're going to the October 5 launch. We're going to be launching a merchant program. Now, the merchant program, so you understand each other, we're launching it. It doesn't mean it's going to be 100% already perfect, I mean, everywhere in the world. It means we're launching it. So he's going to have bits and pieces started. But I want you to understand something. Just follow me slowly. It's just like the travel portal. We're going to have the travel portal in place. What will it be exactly? It'll be a start of both products. What does that mean? It means that our user base is not only going to grow because of the wallet, it's also going to grow because of the travel portal. It's going to grow because of merchant program. It's also going to grow because of the debit card, right? You know, this is going to, I mean, seriously, it's going to help us grow a community. Now, what else is going to happen also? A SIM card. Now, if I understood the SIM card correctly, just correct me if I'm wrong, the SIM card is going to be maybe not phase 1 because we're testing it, okay? Where he wants to go with the SIM card, it's an international card. When I go to Singapore, I need to get a new card. When I go to Malaysia, I need to get another SIM card. Every country I do, I need a SIM card. If I'm not wrong, pretty soon have a SIM card, it's going to be worldwide, right? That's
yep.
Now, not only are we going to have a SIM card that's worldwide, but you know, there's certain countries, I'm not going to name them, that they're not allowed to go on certain social platforms. It's not easy. So we're going to have a SIM card that's actually going to be beneficial for certain countries to actually be able to do pretty much everywhere. It's going to be handy for a couple of things. And also, I think what's also going to be nice, if I'm not wrong, is also the fact that we'll be able to use our CTOs to buy the data, right? Fine.
Not just that. Okay. Basically, the when you use the cloud SIM, the cloud wallet is whitelisted, which means that you are not using data if you use CT wallet to pay. See, if you were to use something like Alipay or WePay from China, you need to use data. Okay, they're not whitelisted, so you need to have a roaming package. But using our SIM card itself, even though, let's say, for example, you have about 1 meg left or something like that, okay, you can still actually use the cloud wallet to actually pay for stuff, to actually buy and things like that. You can still spend. You just can't browse the internet with one meg, you see. But you're able to use the payment solution or the wallet anywhere that is supported, okay? So that is the one thing we want to do. We want to let our users to be, or our partners to be in any country in the world, to be able to use the wallet to actually pay for stuffs and to actually use it to buy things and enjoy life. Yeah.
You know, I hope you're starting to see where this is going. You know, for all of us that have been with Ronald for 3 months, we were there at the beginning with this beautiful concept and project came to life, and we were all happy about where we were going. But look at where we're going now. Please try to understand all these moving parts and try to understand what does this mean for us as a whole. Doesn't that mean that we're going to grow a community like many times what it is now? What does it mean when the community, the ecosystem has a lot more members because of all these different new add-ons? What's going to happen after? Could it be that after you're going to have big corporations that are going to see cloud and say, hey, Ronald, let's do business together. Why? Well, because Ronald's going to have so many members in his ecosystem that even big corporations are going to want to, whether it's for the travel portal or whether it's for the merchant program, you'll be able to do business with even bigger players as this grows and grows. I mean, so we're starting, and the more we're going to advance. So what I want everybody in the community to do is this. Once we get started October 5, remember that this is an ecosystem. This is all of us together. So when Ronald puts everything on the app, we should all, as much as possible, use everything that we can use on the app. So even if you look at the app and you say, you know what, oh, I can get it less on Expedia, or like just a little bit less, or I can get this thing just a little bit less, or I can pay this. Listen, even if you pay a little bit more, remember that you're working for your company. You're working for your future. So the more that we work for this and the more that we use everything that we have in cloud, the more that Ronald will be able to do more for us. I hope you follow me. Eh? It's like, does that make sense, Ronald? Eh? I hope it's something that all us leaders, just all of us, we're all a big family here. We really, if you really want this to work, really try as much as possible to use everything Ronald. Now, the merchant program, I know one thing. Once it starts, I would love to bring merchant. Does that mean that we'll all, like somebody asked me just before I forget, she's French, she's a French, she's working really hard, she loves cows. She asked me, the merchant program, are there, she announced it like to her French teams, or is that something that's far, like, what do I have? Because I know it's going to probably start in English, in Asia, I know that.
Well, it will be in multiple languages, of course. Russian, French, Portuguese, Spanish, and a bit more other languages will be there. But most of it will be really self-explanatory, whereby all you need to do is, for example, you were to collect a certain amount of local currency. Let's say, for example, like 300 US dollars, right? You just type in, you just type in 300 on the pause, and for example, the client or the customer wants to pay in Ethereum. You just click on the Ethereum button and you will do a conversion directly. This is how much of Ethereum you need to pay. But there is a time, for example, every 1 minute, the price is locked down. That's the sale price in our OTC. So after 60 seconds, the price will be updated again and again. Okay, so that the merchant itself don't lose or won't be surprised by the volatility of the particular crypto. And once the price is locked down and the customer actually pays for the product in crypto, now it doesn't really necessarily need to be a cloud member. It can be any other wallets out there, Exodus, Iron Token, or Mycelium, or any other thing. All right, you can actually pay through using those wallets directly with our merchants, and this will actually go directly to the OTC itself to actually do the selling once it's being sold. Okay, which is quite instant. and the asset itself is actually accrued, okay, at the merchant's account. The merchant itself can then choose to say that, do I need to get the money in every 1 week, every 2 weeks, or every or 1 month? All right, they just need to pay for that particular transfer. That's it. Okay, so it's actually very economically sustainable. It's because, number one, the merchant itself no longer need to pay for any merchant discount rates, like what they need to do with the rest of the other merchant costs. Okay, Master Visa charges you 1.8 to 2.4%, depending on which country you're at, and so on and so forth. But the rest of the others will probably charge you 1% or so. But in our case itself, the merchant itself is getting money back. Okay, why are they getting money back? It's because when you actually sell crypto, it's charged both sides, the seller side and the buyer side itself. And the merchant itself will actually earn 1% from the sale itself. Now, whatever it is, the merchant will get 1%, and the affiliate itself will get a 0.5%. So we have an affiliate. Yes, we have an affiliate program for the merchant. So yeah, networkers, go out there, capture as many merchants as possible. It will be a real game changer for this, because we are now not only expanding the ecosystem, okay, you are actually expanding your own wealth as well. This is sustainable wealth. It's because it's not being paid by the company or by any trading or anything itself. It's by a trade. Okay, someone want to buy something and you get something from there. Okay, the merchant itself don't lose or don't need to whatever is given to the affiliate, the merchant don't need to take out from their profit. Okay, and the merchant actually gains profit from that, because the sale of crypto itself, there is a profit margin.
No, absolutely.
Right?
So that,
yeah, and this is the profit margin that is being given out to all the three parties itself. So that is the power of our merchant program, a sustainable financial system itself to support merchants and the networkers that's going out there to capture the millions and millions of merchants.
So that means that my friend in France, who has a French team, she could actually capture French merchants.
Yeah.
This is good for anywhere. It's good for us also in Canada. If I want to get merchants in Canada, we don't have to wait.
So, for example, if you were to travel to France, okay, and you do not actually get any franc or any euros, you can actually just take your wallet to go to any of these merchants that's a cash point, okay, and you can get cash from any one of them. So now we are actually disrupting the banking financial industry, whereby all merchants are a bank and an ATM.
No, don't say that bad. But we're not doing that. Don't worry, because we don't want to get under a bag. Them and the fire. We don't.
That is the power it can be.
I don't want you to disappear.
Well, it's still traditional money anyway, so it's still normal.
I'm just kidding. Listen, it's all in the limit of helping. Like your view of helping everybody worldwide. That's what you're going to do this year. Listen, so basically what we're talking about, the merchant program, it's launching also October 5. Hey, I'm getting more excited. I mean, so that means I can actually start now all the details, okay? Because how does it work? Listen, I think Ronald is going to give us an explanation detailed. There'll be explanation on exactly how this works. Just hold on, everything will be explained. So, hey, I'm going to end on just one last thing. I hope you're starting to understand now, 24 hours, let's just let them work, get everything rolling again. Also, get ready for October 5. Please, those who are not yet, don't have a ticket, get there. I think you launched a promotion, Ronald. I just want to understand it, because some people are asking me in the group just this here. If somebody funds their account, $500 or more, they can actually apply for a free ticket. I read, right? I saw in the app.
Yeah, but it's limited. We only have about I think 70 plus tickets left.
Okay.
We already given about 30 plus, so only about 70 plus left. The tickets itself, first come first serve basis, and you won't be able to get the prepaid card.
Okay, so even if you get your free ticket, you won't get the prepaid card.
No.
It's going to be the 350 CTO ticket that you're basically giving away.
Yep.
Okay, buddy. Hey, look, it's just the way it is. If you want the prepaid card, get the 500 CTO package. that has a prepaid card. It has the SIM card, it has the NFC card, and it has the ticket with the beautiful night. And if you're not yet going there, I urge you one last time. This is going to be life-changing for you and for everybody you bring there from your teams. When I went to Bangkok first on first launch, I listen. I swear to God, because I'm still religious. I'm Italian. After the Bangkok event, our team, when I came back, I had 12 people there. 12. The team just doubled in volume when we got back. It exploded literally. Can you imagine what this launch is going to do to you and your teams if you can bring a couple of people there with the excitement of all the new things that Ronald is sharing with us? It's the real deal, everybody. It's going to happen. So basically, if they have to put their first name, last name, email, the information you ask for, they send it to CS. So people are asking me, how do they get all the CS to send the information to with the file? Where's CS? Can I show them, please?
Basically, there's a cloud token.
The app, Ronald, when you go to support.
You can send it through the app, or you can actually send it through Facebook. Send it to them.
Send it through Facebook on the Facebook group for support, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'll get you the link, everybody. I'll post it. Listen, I know that we're new here. I'm going to let you go. You have a lot of things to work on today. Just one little concern. I think I'd like to reassure everybody on that. When we launch October 5 with this new, you're also going into the new office, I think, pretty soon, if I'm not right.
Oh, yeah. The contractors are handing over the office on the 26th of this month, this month, in about 9 days' time. And we are actually moving in to cozy up the place. And on the 6th of October, that's where we will have a roundtable meeting with all the C4 and C5s. Now, C5s, we have 2 C5. We will have 2 C5s then, right? So you'll be able to see who are the C5s. And basically, we have about 160 odd items tabled that we need to discuss as a team to make decisions on. As I said many times, this is a first roundtable meeting that we ever had with all the top C4 and C5 leaders at the roundtable meeting room that we have in the new office. And it's going to talk about how and direction, what we're going to do, what are the rules and things like that. Yeah. So
maybe a little bit of a roadmap, on things like what can we do, what can we share, because we there's certain things that you're not allowed to do, on social media and say. So maybe a little bit of a roadmap.
Yeah.
Also for the customer support, do you think we'll have a team of?
Yeah, because
I know that you can't do everything wrong with you guys, but will we have something a little bit more in place where, people will get answers a bit more like
yeah. Actually, with the customer support now, we are just building up the knowledge base. And once we have this knowledge base built up, we are actually going for the professional help desk services in like how the rest of the big corporates are actually using. We're going to Philippines or India or Vietnam, actually, to actually come up with the help desk system, whereby it'll be 24 hours with maybe 10, 20, 25 seats help desk to actually do all those things. But we can't go there yet because we don't have a help desk, the knowledge base system for them to actually base on. So, yeah.
Okay, so that answers another important question that we all had in our hearts. So, voila, okay. Hey, Ronald, thank you very much. I'm very happy because I'm super excited about the launch of October 5. I can't wait to see you again. I can't wait to see the excitement of October 5 when you announce all these beautiful things. Now, is there going to be some changes on the app, like maybe a new format or new look or something?
Not really. Actually, there was plan for actually doing a new UI to be launched by October 5th. But we decided to actually put in features first. Okay. Because how we actually prioritize the features are, number one, it must actually create wealth for the members. This is one thing that we'll put in priority. And the second thing is it will create a bigger ecosystem for the members or the partners to actually use. So that will be the second in priority. The third in priority is only those UI features and things like that. Those will be the last on the list. But of course, in the coming weeks, there'll be a lot of changes, including the debut of the new project called Rogue. It will be out by next week. It's going through its alpha stage now, which worked very well. So by in a few days' time, we're going to beta and then to go. By then itself, you will see the first projects out on October itself. So that will be out soon. The video, the teaser videos, and the write-up for Rogue will be out before the actual launch of the product. As I said, we did not launch Jarvis in the right foot because there's not much materials available for Jarvis, not much understanding on how things are. We're not going to do the same. We're not going to make the same mistake again for Rogue, hopefully. Okay, but this time we're going to provide with all the information available. How can you sell it? How this is the marketing materials. This is the logo, and these other things like that. So all the network marketers can actually use this material to actually spread it around. Okay, there will be multiple languages, but of course, multiple languages take time. So we'll only have the major ones first. Okay, then we will give the go ahead for leaders to actually change the language to local language, and we will then use it as part of our portfolio.
Yeah. So basically, Rogue is something that's launching before the October 5. Is that going to be another income stream that, I mean, for the company? Because I want to also see more income streams that also for the company benefits. I mean,
yeah. Rogue is a very cool project, okay, whereby you can use a small amount of asset to actually to fight for a larger return. So there are three models that we actually that we're testing a Rogue on. The first one is actually a affiliate program. Okay, the second one is actually a very simple uni-level program, and the third one is just basically by itself. Okay, so by itself, it's more like a savings program. So basically, what you do is you would put in let's say $10 for every day. For the next 30 days, so there'll be $300, right? And the $10 that you put in, okay, every day, let's say there's about 1 million people, so you're talking about 10 million invested every day into the system. That's equivalent to about 300 million, right? So every day itself, there is a 1.4% return, okay, from Rogue itself. So how does Rogue generate this 1.4% return? It's through crypto lending. Okay, so we will take this 300 million asset to lend it to networks of exchanges. Okay, so exchanges would pay us in daily rest. So we will take this accrued daily rest to pass it back to the members itself. Now, let's say 10 million of, let's say 1.4%, that's about 140,000. So 140,000, remember, you only put in $10, right? So we will take this is the simplest method. Okay, we will take up to 100 winners to actually pass to split the 140,000. So what if you don't win? Okay, your asset is still in there, and you get a chance for the next round. Okay, well, because
there's also something else, if I'm right. I mean, remember that what you're generating with Rogue, I mean, it goes into the ecosystem. The ecosystem means that it's the value of, remember cloud, we started at 30 cents. It went up to 44 cents. Like right now, we're almost at 60% increase, which is still a lot better than anything you would have at the bank. Remember, right? It's still a lot better than. So now what I think is that all these new add-ons, isn't that all going to help the value of our?
Yes. Of course, not every 100% actually goes to the members itself. There are certain percentage taking out to actually fund the profit pool, and also to split among the participants itself. So if you're putting 300, right, and you, let's say for the whole of the 30 days, you don't even get a chance to win anything, but you are taking away with more than 300, because every day itself, there's a little piece of it given back to you. right? So you don't walk away with nothing. You walk away with something small, but yes, you don't lose your base, and that's how you do actually help a lot of the community because from the 140, probably 10 or 20 actually goes into the profit pool itself. So you're helping the community as well, and that's the first model. The second model is actually a affiliate program style, whereby you benefit your top and you benefit using, you can use the existing tree to actually benefit whatever's on the top or the bottom. And the last one is actually a new calculation method, which we are still trying out. It's much more aggressive, but we do not believe that it'll be fun. So we want it to be fun so that you know life is really very tiring, right? So we don't need to give you more troubles than you already have. So we try to make it to be as simple as possible, that we can all enjoy. Yeah.
Does that mean that when I go to projects, I'll be able to choose Rogue and the different,
Yeah.
like you'll see the two rows, the two, it's like we'll be able to go to project and choose between all these different.
Yeah, so basically you have Jarvis and you have Rogue and then you have Holiday and then you have Friday and things like that. Yeah.
Okay. See, what I was always telling you for the last 3, 4 weeks, a month, 2 months, 3 months, it's exactly that. And I wasn't sure exactly that it was going to be like that, but I had an idea. And look at that.
Mhm.
I feel pretty good now. So Friday, is that also coming out before the end of the month, or is it already out? Friday.
Friday itself, we're waiting for Cesar license to be out. Before, without that, we can't actually do anything. All right. I forgot to mention that's also there's going to be a merchant program in there as well. So underneath there. Anyway, so basically, as I said, the Friday project itself, there are many parts to this, and one of the part is actually using. There's a separate tool, desktop tool, whereby you can actually use to pull in all your portfolios from different exchanges, for example, Binance or OK or Huobi or whatever 38 out of 39 big exchanges. You can actually pull it all into that particular tool itself, okay? And then you run Friday project onto it, and you actually generate a yield from there. So there is a special app that you have to use. And this app is actually a web app, so you don't need to download anything. This is your browser, get an account, and go in and do your
So
stuff.
that means that pretty soon we'll have something for the Jarvis like we're using right now. We're going to have
Mhm.
something for the little budget, a little bit smaller, which is good because now we just opened the doors to the other part of the world that cannot follow us in Jarvis. And we also have a project for those who are, the little bit more big players in life, which is called Friday. So this way we're separating the whales with the fish, which is good because usually when you go, if anybody knows anything about crypto, you know that the whales, and we're not talking about a whale, we're talking about people that are trading a lot of money, okay? Those who are new here. Well, usually when you take whales, they can manipulate the market. Why? Because they have a lot of money. So they can take the price down and up and down. Well, this way, Ronald had this good idea. Let's separate the whales with Jarvis. And it makes a lot of sense. It's really beneficial to all of us in Jarvis because they will not be able to play with our market and not manipulate it. It all makes sense. That's enough for this call today. I really think that everybody who's watching it right now, you're going to see this is going to be very good, everybody. And it's also very good because everybody wanted to know what was happening. Now, with what this man has just told you here today, I mean, did you hear everything he just told you? You think these last 7, 8, 9 days, okay? Because there was a couple of glitches here and there. He's been working on all of this for 7, 8, 9 days, and he just told us the solution and what's going to happen. So everybody, hey man, let's all give them 24 hours to breathe. Let's all seriously all be happy, blessed to be in cloud so early in our lives. Remember that it's not cloud token anymore. We're going to cloud 2.0. Why? Because this is not just about a token. Here it's about a complete ecosystem. I don't want to shoot out to the universe and say anything negative to anybody. But I'm so happy because I mean so many people want us to lose, so many people want us to fail. Isn't it kind of nice to say to everybody, hey, we're still here. And you know what? In 2 months, we're still here. In 6 months, we're still here. You know, they even started Facebook groups with me on it. Imagine I'm on a Facebook group and they're laughing at me because they take my videos and they take screenshots of me, Rona, and they put it on their Facebook and they're laughing at me. Hey, it's okay. You know why? Because you're giving me free publicity, everybody. You know, it's like Madonna. You know, Madonna, she used to sing, hey, everybody, listen, if you talk bad about me, you know what? You're still giving me publicity. So thank you very much, everybody. I love you very much, Ronald. You're an amazing person. I can't wait to see you again. And I can't wait to see you who's watching right here, because I know a lot of you are going to be there. So please come see me and say hi to me and take a picture with Ronald. I think you're going to have to take a couple of hours to take pictures with everybody, Ronald.
Well, fine to do it.
Thank you, Ronald. See you soon, buddy.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.